Roger Stone here. Your dollars are losing ground, but gold isn't. American Sovereign Bullion helps you protect your wealth through real, tangible assets. Through their nationwide wholesaler network, you get some of the best pricing on gold and silver delivered straight to your door. Since 1912, the U.S. dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold continues to prove its strength. So call 844-272-2428. That's 844-272-2428. Or visit dyingdollar.com to request your free gold and silver guide. That's dyingdollar.com.
Katz and Cosby on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Well, let's go. I understand the coach. We have Senator Tuberville.
Yep.
And probably the future governor of Alabama. Well, Rita, you want to bring him in?
Absolutely. The great coach, of course. Senator, we're so thrilled to have you here, of course, Republican of Alabama, and again, probably the next governor. What do you think of the way President Trump has handled this with Iran, and where do you see it heading? I love John's analogy of the Planet of the Apes. It's a great one.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I'm on, with all of you on this. President Trump has handled this well. He's the first president that had the nerve and the guts to do what should have been done years and years ago. The whole thing is very clear. President Trump has made this very clear. 3 things: turn over your nuclear materials, shut down your nuclear infrastructure, and stop supporting terrorism. Now, if they don't do all 3 of those, if I was him, I'd put up me a big dartboard and I'd circle 25 of their top targets over there. And tomorrow, if they hadn't agreed to these 3, I'd throw a dart, I'd hit one of them, and then I'd destroy the whole thing. And I'd do all 20 to 25 of them, and I'd get it over with. President Trump has given them every chance in the world. But my God, folks, these people are killing Americans and our allies all over the world. It's time to stop this nonsense and make this world a safer place.
I agree. Senator, what do you make of it? Seems like, though, the Democrats at every turn are trying to undermine this president. I mean, even Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, Pete Hegseth, says he should be investigated right now for talking about, well, there may be depletions on Tomahawks or maybe things that were shared in a classified briefing. It seems like the Democrats don't want success for President Trump. I guess that means doesn't want success for America.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Pete, Secretary of War, Texas, is exactly right. We go into these classified hearings, and these Democrats come out, and when you go in there, they take your phones, your watches, your hearing aids if you have them. They don't want anything out of that room, and I don't blame them for not telling us anything. But they're nice enough to bring us in and give us an update. Now, we should know some of this stuff because we really don't know what's going on other than, again, what they're feeding us. But they're telling us things that they shouldn't say. But you have Mark Kelly and you have Richard Blumenthal, this senator that says he's a war vet, that he never went to war in Vietnam. These people come out and they tell things that they should never tell about supplies and weapons and things like that. They should go to jail for this. This is absolutely ridiculous. The Democrats hate Donald Trump. They hate this country. All they want is power. And any time that they break the law like this, we need to make an example of them and put their ass in jail. It is ridiculous. Is what is going on. These people are fighting for their lives over there. The good Iranian people are fighting for their lives. And here you've got these power-hungry idiots that are trying to make a name for themselves, giving away classified information. It is wrong, and we need to make an example out of it.
If they break the law, I agree with you 110%. I mean, when it was the other way around, they sent Roger Stone to jail. They sent
Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro. They stopped him at the airport. Navarro.
It's equal justice for all. If a Republican or an independent or a Democrat does something wrong, contrary to the American people, then they deserve to go to jail.
It makes me sick at my stomach. I'm a football coach, and I've been up here 6 years, and all you have on the Democratic side is the Elizabeth Warrens and the Bernie Sanders and the Mark Kellys and the Hakeem Jeffries and the Chuck Schumers, never done a damn thing in their life. And all they want to do is get their name out there to create a scenario that they have control of something. They have control of nothing. They are senators or they're congressmen, and all we should be doing is helping and supporting the people that actually run our country, which are the secretaries and the President of the United States. But all they want to do is tear it down and control it themselves, and they want to turn us into a Mandami scenario, which is socialism and communism. It is absolutely embarrassing to me to see these people do what they're doing.
And Senator Tommy Tuberville, we also have Judge Weinberg with us.
Senator, good to talk to you again, sir. And to use the word that you just used, embarrassment, one of your colleagues, Senator Booker of New Jersey, Democrat of New Jersey, he says that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is an embarrassment before the world. We're at war. We're about to go into complex negotiations with China, and he's undercutting the foreign policy and the national security of this country. Have these people no shame?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And here you have people up there that's supposed to have some credibility. And all they're doing is killing all their credibility. They're killing their credibility and also ours. Whenever our president goes out of the country, he needs 100% support, because he's supporting our men and women in the military. He's supporting all of our businesses overseas. He represents the United States of America. And these clowns act like they have some kind of control or some kind of say-so. They have zero say-so. They have zero, but they're trying to create a scenario where they have some kind of credibility, but they have none. And they're hurting themselves more and more every day. And again, I hate to say it, there's not a Democratic Party anymore. There's not a Democratic Party. It is a socialist communist party, and they all are followers. There's no leaders other than a few people. Obama's made a fool out of himself by running his mouth about all this stuff, and it just makes no sense that anybody would support any of this nonsense. Let's forget about Republicans. Let's forget about Democrats, and let's talk about America for once and support Donald Trump, who loves this country and wants to make this country better by getting along with everybody. But sometimes you have to take a step like he did against Venezuela and against Cuba and against Iran to make everybody better. But for some reason, these people cannot accept that.
What I think they're trying to do, Senator, is delay. And I believe that the Democratic Party, some of the people in the Democratic Party are trying to convince China and convince the guerrillas of Iran that delay. Maybe they have a shot at getting the Democratic Party in November.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And President Trump is getting ready to leave the next day or so to go to China. These people just need to shut their mouth, let him do the negotiations. He's got a lot more skills than all of them up here combined in terms of getting a deal done, because we have to make sure China understands we are powerful. We are somebody that could be a huge threat to them, but they need to work with us. If China would work with us, we could solve a lot of the problems around the world. But again, this group over here, all they want to do is divide us from China. They want to divide us, don't want any kind of work between us and China. They think that we need to be China instead of China needs to work with us. And it's just unfortunate that we're in that kind of situation.
Coach Tuberville, thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your common sense. We have to go. We got an Irish guy on the other phone, and he's waiting to go on. We got Bill O'Reilly on. But thank you for coming on today.
Bill, I said hello.
I will tell Bill to say hello. And Rita, would you bring in?
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening to Katz and Cosby with John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. You can hear Katz and Cosby weekdays at 5. It's the 5 o'clock show on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
77 WABC and Bergen Newbridge Medical Center honor the life of legendary broadcaster and our friend, Ernie Anastas.
Hi, it's Ernie Anastas. You know, your thoughts can affect how you feel. Bergen Newbridge Medical Center is the largest hospital in New Jersey, providing comprehensive, equitable, compassionate, and high-quality emergency inpatient and outpatient medical care, plus mental health services and substance use disorder treatment. The Bergen Newbridge team can address your total health needs in one convenient location. Call 201-225-7130 for an appointment or newbridgehealth.org.